since last year didn't go so well for me indoors, I had a lot of drive and hunger to make sure I won this year. And still coming in at number one, you have a lot more pressure than anyone else who's there. And when I'm warming up, everybody's looking at me, you know, and sometimes it could be fear, sometimes it could be I want to take them down. So you have to deal with that as well coming in. All I wanted to do was redeem myself from last year. So I had to use myself, had to use my confidence. Coming in number one, I got to finish out number one. There's really one other person I used to focus on in my race, and that was a guy outside of me. And I knew if I beat him to how every 400 race was going over the weekend, the first person to the break won the race. So that was the goal: be the first person to the break and control the race the whole way. And I mean, yeah, you want times that are fast, and I was still shooting for a good time, but I focused more on not letting anyone come up and try to pass me. And so that allowed me to run a decent time. I was the only person to run 46. I definitely had a lot more in the tank, and I could have went way faster than I did. It was seriously like the biggest relief. Honestly, like it felt like so much weight off of my shoulders and stuff because how last year went. And like seriously, I was trying to go through day. Even prelims gave me a lot more confidence. Still coming in number one after prelims, but it was really hard to like maintain my focus and try not to doubt myself. You know, you come this far, why would you doubt yourself now? You know, and I had to keep myself from doing that. The two came up so fast. I was just sitting there, just like trying to even collect myself trying to recover after the 400. And I was just like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna do this 200. Like I didn't overexert myself, but I was pretty tired, you know, especially more so on the second day after, you know, just winning the championship and literally having 25 minutes after doing so, go right to the line to race again to try to get another one. It's hard for you to not be like, man, they're gonna crush me, you know, I'm dead. Finals after the 4 and then going into the 200, I literally just wanted to make it to the finish line. I was just like, just give me the strength and everything to just finish this race, you know? Like, so the fact that, you know, I felt good winning my heat, but I knew that wasn't just gonna be it. Like I had to, you know, put down a pretty good time, and it was gonna be pretty hard to do after just running the 400 or anything. I feel really confident in the way my training's been going to the show. That shows how well my training is. If I could go 46 in the 400, 25 minutes later, get back on the start line and drop a 21.1, then the third fastest time overall, you know, if I didn't have that, you know, I probably would have been rolling out number one in the 200. They say take one race at a time, but that was so hard to like, I was even thinking about that after the 400. I was like, oh my God, yo, I have like this 200. And then after the 200, you're like, I have the 4x4, like, how am I going to make it out alive? It was literally like a fight of my mind, this whole meet. That's what I experienced, was like a whole different fight. This was between my mind, me and my mind, and my body. It was like a huge decision for me to sit there and just like, you know, I just like pretty much manned up, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna give it what I have. I was happy with the fact that when we placed second overall, it just showed a lot more strength for myself. So like it made me confident in a lot of things. Just to believe in myself and be confident about that. Outdoors, you know, now it's on to bigger and better things. You know, being the 400 meter champion and all that stuff is cool, but let's go a little bit higher. You know, these past two were about redemption. Had to redeem myself for not doing good in indoor, so I wanted outdoor. Had to come back indoor and be like, I'm not gonna let what happened indoor last year happen. Did that, so now let's like, you know, let's break some records or drop some history times, you know. So that's what I'm gonna shoot for this outdoor season, along with winning, of course.